From Memorial Day 1938 to this Memorial Day and every day in between, Soldiers Memorial Military Museum stands to serve as a public space to remember St. Louisans who made the ultimate sacrifice. Today we're reflecting on the history of Soldiers Memorial, its court of honor, and the lives of those remembered here. Located in the center of the memorial is the cenotaph, or empty tomb. Reminiscent of a casket and made of black polished granite, its placement is very intentional. It demands all visitors reflect upon its meaning prior to entering the facility. On the sides of the cenotaph are the engraved names of 1,072 St. Louisans who gave their lives in World War I, including U.S. Army nurse Edith May Ferguson, one of 5 female nurses memorialized on the cenotaph.
Edith was a nursing student at Barnes Hospital when World War I broke out. She joined the Army Nurse Corps and was assigned to Base Hospital 21. In October of 1917, Edith and her fellow medical staff boarded the SS Orduña and were later mobilized for service in Rouen, France. Ferguson worked tirelessly at Base Hospital 21 until the hospital was demobilized in 1919. Unfortunately, she developed malignant jaundice while overseas and succumbed to it shortly after her return to the United States. Ferguson was one of many who fell victim to the illness, one of the leading causes of death during World War I.
World War I would not be the war to end all war. 3 years after Soldiers Memorial opened to the public, the United States entered World War II. Following the war, St. Louisans rallied to create a public memorial to recognize the sacrifice of St. Louis's brave men and women. The people established the Court of Honor, 1 block south of Soldiers Memorial. The Court of Honor has 3 primary components remembering World War II: Hillis Arnold's broken bayonet sculpture, the 5 branches fountain, and a rose granite wall engraved with the names of the 2,582 St. Louisans who made the supreme sacrifice in World War II. Hillis Arnold's soaring broken bayonet sculpture does not celebrate war. Rather, it reflects the bonds of family and community, the bravery of the U.S. soldier and sailor, and the grief that accompanies all war. Its broken tip reflects the damage of war and the end of World War II. The granite memorial displays the engraved names of those who gave their lives in World War II and includes individuals from all 5 branches of the armed forces and the merchant marines. One of the engraved names is of Coast Guardsman Charles Pogorzelski.
Charles grew up in St. Louis's Dutchtown neighborhood, where he lived with his German-American family. He attended Cleveland High School, where he chose Aristotle for his junior yearbook quote.
He most lives who thinks most, feels noblest, and acts best. During World War II, Charles was drafted into the U.S. Coast Guard Reserves and served as a radio man 3rd class on the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Bedloe. On September 14th, 1944, the Bedloe encountered a Category 3 hurricane off the coast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. Most of the crew, including Charles, were lost at sea.
In addition to being remembered at Soldiers Memorial here in St. Louis, Pogorzelski is also remembered at East Coast Memorial in Battery Park, New York.
For over 80 years, Soldiers Memorial has served as a place of remembrance for those brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their country. Soldiers Memorial Military Museum continues to share the story of American military history through the lens of St. Louis. Your generous support aids us in our mission to honor military service members, veterans, and their families. Please consider becoming a member today.